Tired of being broke, you need to flip or buy and hold. Clocking in and out, your 9 to 5 is getting old. JD Boom and XC Cash, they known to get the bag. You can make your own schedule, know you liking that. Time to take the next step, take your money, invest. Know you just got that check, go sign up with JTech. Yeah.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is jumping everywhere.
I don't know about jumping, but it's
jumping.
moving.
Hey, it's jumping, baby. It's jumping.
Like it's jumping.
And that's the problem. Sometimes folks not getting on board.
That's right.
Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. It's time to get on board, fellas.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to see what's happening. Pivot Point Investors. Let's talk about it. Hello, I'm AC Cash, and this is
Shade of Technician.
and this is
JD.
We're here on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, where we help the average investor grow his nest egg. And today we're talking about this cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this thing is jumping.
It is.
This place is jumping.
It's literally jumping.
really
I don't know,
jumping.
y'all calling it jumping. I
It's
say it's just
jumping.
moving along.
Hey,
Hold on. It went to an all-time high yesterday
That's
of
right.
over
But
66,000.
there's
in Bitcoin.
always a reason.
but that's got nothing to do with it. The reason doesn't matter.
Hey.
The point is it jumping?
But will
Yes.
it last?
Man, he didn't answer.
Yeah.
Is it jumping?
It's moving.
Oh boy, this
All
guy right
Yeah,
here.
we got
It's
to deal with
always-
that guy.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
always one in the
It
group.
is, it
And
is.
we've got him.
It is,
It's
yeah.
all right, J-Tech. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. We're going to see what's happening. And the point is, it's time for folks to get on board. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be Shiba. It doesn't have to, but you got to look at this space and act like it's real.
It is real. Now.
That's what we're talking
Listen,
about.
Listen, when the SEC finally approves an ETF, that's
I don't know what an
pro-
ETF is.
It's an exchange traded fund.
Oh, okay.
Right,
I got
so
you.
think a mutual fund on steroids with some different things attached to it, right?
Okay. And
It's-
what the SEC talking about?
They approved the first one ever.
Ever.
The
First one.
the first Bitcoin's
cryptocurrency?
cryptocurrency,
Okay.
based exchange traded fund ETF,
All right.
and it's the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, and that's historic because they've been slapping and backhanding Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies and everything they could do really to try to kill it.
Okay.
To all of a sudden stamp approval.
They gave it this seal of approval.
Oh.
Mr. Tech, I don't know what I can do with an ETF. I don't know what I can do with this thing once it's gotten its stamp of approval from the SEC. What can I do with it?
I mean, at the end of the day, when you're dealing with an exchange-traded fund, it's really just a bundled package.
That's right.
So, first thing you want to make sure you understand is an ETF does not bring large yields in a short period of time.
Okay,
They are
does
more
not.
designed for a swing trading approach. So you'll be looking at this thing quarterly based.
Okay.
But they are most consistent, and they do have a little bit more, we would say, volatility to the positive side than they do on the negative end.
Okay.
Also, we do want our people to understand that it is directly tied to Bitcoin.
Oh.
So if anything drastic happens with Bitcoin,
Okay.
or like we've already been preaching before about regulations potentially popping up, higher tax rates popping up,
Okay.
it could directly impact the whole thing.
Okay,
But
so-
being that it's on the stock exchange market, I mean, what can you say? Now they have taken something that we kept saying was electronic, wasn't real, wasn't backed by nothing, and you put it in the stock market.
Okay, it's not the stepchild anymore.
No,
They
it's
say he
legitimate.
coming to the family.
It's
We
legitimate.
gonna put you in here and
It's
you
in
be
here.
ready to rumble.
It's legitimate.
I hear you. So that's
Yeah.
good stuff. And so Bitcoin, that's one in particular. Obviously, we can cover some other ones, but that's the granddaddy. Where
Yeah.
Bitcoin goes, the crypto market goes.
Absolutely.
In general, if it's
Yeah.
down, you better look at your other ones. They're gonna trend downward.
That's right.
In general,
That's
there's
right.
no guarantees, no strict rules in this because a lot of this is some mean stuff. It's paper, it's confetti.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just up in the air.
Yeah.
But the other stuff is definitely making people millionaires. Millionaires.
Yeah, but you
You hit a break.
This is why they call me the tech. There is
Uh-huh.
always a reason.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the simplest reason why.
Simplest reason why what?
Bitcoin was the first
Yeah.
in crypto world.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these companies who have built their systems built it off the backing of their very own Bitcoins.
Okay.
So a lot of these companies' assets are actually still held by Bitcoin.
Okay.
So that is why when Bitcoin itself pulls down, that means flow, access of money to all cryptos automatically slows down, because that means that firm that's also letting you trade it has access to less money. So
Alright.
they got access to less,
Alright.
you got access
This
to
guy
less.
always trying to put the brakes on the party.
Well,
you know,
no,
hey,
I mean,
everybody
hey,
jumping.
hey,
Wait a
it's
minute.
like, no,
the music going, the
that's
people
it.
dancing,
No,
and here comes
it's
J-Tech. Hey,
Yeah.
cut off
Stop
the
all
radio.
that party.
Stop the
Stop
radio.
all that party.
Stop the
If
radio.
you're not going to tell like it is, no other way to do it. That's
Man,
no
say,
thing.
stop the radio.
That's like I tell
Well,
you
you got
that's
super
real stuff.
technical. You got
No, that's not-
Hey, he come in like the fire
That's-
marshal.
hey, man,
Let me
that
count
is-
your people.
hey.
Let me check your fire
No,
extinguisher.
that's like missing out. That's like missing money. All you hear everybody is saying, what? Oh man, the value of the dollar is going down and prices are going up. Well, why don't you actually go look at the dollar itself? When the dollar falls, it drags the stock market down too. Because
Okay.
what? It's
Okay.
dollar based.
Well, what we want to talk to the folks about is we want to know. We know Bitcoin is soaring. We don't care what that guy said,
Yeah.
right? It is soaring.
I mean, it had a pullback today, but it's
Right.
still over 62,000.
But it reached a high of what?
over 66,000.
Over 66,000. About a month ago, where were we at, JJ?
At the time, its high was 64.
And about a month ago?
No,
No,
that was
about
back
a-
in. That was back in
So that
May.
was about 3 months ago.
So about a month ago, it was what? When it was on its low.
Oh,
when
it was about
trending down.
41, 42,000.
Now people are getting some gains back. If they're smart, they would have pulled some of that bread
Yeah, I
out the
mean,
street.
yeah, even if you bought it when it was at 45, I mean,
Or 47,
you still
yeah.
made, you pretty much up between 28 and 33% right now.
Right.
So,
And so as Bitcoin has gone, so too have the other ones. And so with that understood, folks need to get on board.
Yes,
They
sir.
need to, I'm telling you, really today it is time to put a little 100 here, 100 there, 100 there. Because if they were doing this a year ago, 2 years ago, they'd be dancing like some of the folks we know are dancing because
That's right.
they got in the game.
Yeah.
That's right.
A year ago, you'd be dancing today. And this day, we're in 2021. A year from now, will they be dancing?
Absolutely.
That's the thing. And of course, we're not telling you what to invest in, where to throw your money.
No.
But if you're looking for larger returns, you're not looking for the typical stock returns. We're talking about cryptocurrencies. We're talking about some ether. We're talking, stuff in the air. But we're talking about a market that's really trending up. That you could miss the boat.
Absolutely.
And I think it's time to get on the boat.
And you got to think about it too as a hedge against all of this cash that all these governments around the world are printing.
They're
They're
printing.
just going in the room and printing press of money, and all a dollar, any of it is a promise to pay.
That's it.
And,
Same
but
thing.
guess what? This year, with the Republicans, the Democrats, I mean, the whole thing politically, not wanting to get an agreement, this could be the first time where we actually say we're not going to pay no bills. And we talking about old bills, like obligations that are old.
And they threatening it, but they're going to pay the bills. We're paying the
We
bills.
hoping.
We're
We
paying the
hoping.
bills.
We hoping.
Well, they get a temporary, okay, we're going to pay
Right.
the bills.
Until
And they do
December.
it all the time.
Yeah.
we gonna
They
pay
do
the
it all the
bills.
time.
They do it in
all
every
the time.
presidency.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
They're going to pay the bills.
But it's ratcheting up each presidency. It seems like it's getting a little bit tighter and a little bit.
You know what? Honestly, JD, I thought the same thing until I actually watched the documentary and they were showing it when Bill Clinton and Rush Limbaugh used to go at it with each other.
Okay.
And honestly, that was
Same game.
They were
Just different
rough
players.
back then.
Same
man.
game,
They-
different
yeah,
players.
They held the
Okay.
fort in that same way, and they were saying that with Bill Clinton's own, his own was the longest, almost 43 days. So like,
Okay.
no,
His shutdown.
yeah, the shutdown.
Okay.
Okay.
But we don't want to get into politics.
No,
they got
no,
enough
no.
to do
Hey,
in Washington. What we're talking about today is this doggone cryptocurrency market.
Absolutely.
And whether you should be on board. I think it's time
Yeah.
to be on board. Put a little something in there.
Hey, look,
uh,
the SEC just legitimized. You could even make a stretch and say the whole market. You could make a stretch.
Yeah,
Definitely the
because it
Big
can't
Six.
stop anybody else
Yeah,
now that they let them in.
absolutely. And we don't know, is this the only one they're going to approve?
And it can't
Or
be. it's too discriminatory if
Right,
you just say
right.
you guys in, the rest of y'all
But
stay out.
is it the only one they're going to prove this year? Or are they going to prove more in January?
Well, we don't know
I
that.
can look at. I'll say this two ways. I would say honestly, first and foremost, I was one of the biggest skeptics in crypto. Probably I still am one of the biggest skeptics in crypto. I don't know. I haven't fully shaken that off yet.
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary was too.
Doge is still dead. I don't care what nobody says.
Kevin O'Leary was too.
Yeah, he was.
But he's super high
proven
on
it.
the
He's
radar.
proven it,
That's right.
and that's what I'm saying. The track record of Bitcoin has proven itself. No matter how many skeptics there were, no matter how long it's been downplayed, it has survived the test of time. Now, my major thing against why I don't think that the SEC is going to approve any other ones anytime soon is because Bitcoin did follow one big principle that many of our other coins don't. What's that major principle is they don't create more coins. The number that it is locked at, which is 23 million for Bitcoin, it goes no higher.
Okay,
there
so
isn't no
I want
new
to make
coins.
that. On that point, I want to consider the fact that what is, let's see, Shiba, what are they doing when it comes to burning coins? So they're trying to get rid of some of the. That's right. Because they started out with an infinite amount of coins. When we talk about the dollar, now since we're not on the gold standard, we print money, just keep printing it. But it's the U.S. We got a track record. People run with us in the world. When we talk about Bitcoin, they had a finite number of coins, and now there won't be any more than that. When we talk about a Shiba Inu, they said, hey, we're going to print them as many as we can print, but now they're bringing that back in because they see people are rocking with it. But to legitimize it, we got to make that market something we can predict, something we can look at, and so they're burning coins. They're bringing the number back down. So everybody's seeing how this thing is going, and they're trying to all come to some sort of consensus on it. So the point is, we gotta rock with them because people are becoming millionaires off cryptocurrencies, putting in hundreds of dollars and getting toward millionaire status. Now, anytime there's that much party, you know there's a whole bunch of drunk people on the floor laying around saying, hey, this was a bum place. We shouldn't have ever came here. That's what happens with these kind of markets. You know, so let's not get too deep on that. In this Bitcoin, let's cover a couple. We were talking about the ETFs. And so now they're legitimate. They're in the family. They're not stepchildren out there. A couple more currencies that are rising with this tide of Bitcoin are, whom should we be looking at?
Well, I mean, Ethereum, it just...
Ethereum's a consistent cousin. That's working. It's doing its thing.
Over 4,000 a coin. And I've seen analyst reports saying 7,500 to 10,000 is not out of the questions over the next 3 to 6 months.
That's real numbers.
That's real numbers, real money.
Okay, and at this point, we're going to put up a chart because there's a year ago, maybe a couple years ago, but a 1 year change of, let's say it's about the top 15 cryptocurrencies to show you the difference of how it has moved from where it was a year ago to now. And you think about, you know, a millionaire will put his money in the stock market. If he has a 20% return, he had a great year. He's saying, my guy is the man.
It's been great.
My guy. These currencies are moving that much in a day, in a week, definitely in a month. So you can replicate that over and over. The problem is when they get greedy, when the investors out there and here get greedy. And what happens when we get greedy, Mr. Boom?
Hogs get fed, pigs get slaughtered.
Tattoo that on your forehead because, you know, people are getting the money, but then we want to go for the Super Bowl of money, and we get slaughtered. Let's stay smart with the money. Let's get what we can get and keep it moving, and then jump back in. That's what the tech would tell us.
I'm just telling you like it is. You know
okay.
So the tech gonna say some other stuff too, so you gotta kind of.
But he's gonna get you in and get you out. He wants you to get in and get out. So that's Ethereum, though.
Get that money.
They've been moving, shadowing Bitcoin,
Absolutely.
doing well. Right now, the hot chick at the dance is Shiba Inu. And so what's happening with Shiba?
She's actually the fire chick at the dance.
She's the fire. Okay, all right. What is she doing? What's she doing?
Oh, blazing bright, man. I mean, you talking about? We're looking for that 1 cent. It's the run to 1 cent, baby.
Now that 1 cent is a thing. So we're probably 5 zeros before its
Yes,
numerical
yes,
value
yes,
right now.
yes, yes.
But even with that, it's making runs of 200-300% at a time and pulling back, making runs and pulling back. Now, when we talk about a penny, I believe if Shiba goes to a penny, it will be worth more than all the crypto markets combined, and you'll think about that.
Yeah.
So its run to a penny isn't soon or likely in the short term, because it would say the capitalization of it will be out in the stratosphere.
Because right now the market cap is 11 billion. Right. So as it is right now. So to your point,
but look at it with the simplest math. If we right now say that Shiba Inu has 4 zeros behind it, that's thousands, and you're talking about in a percent. So even if Shiba Inu decides to go to a penny, let's just figuratively and say 1,000%. You do 1,000% on $11 billion, it beats out everybody.
Yeah.
Automatically.
And you have to put that as a stamp on whatever you invest, $100, $500, $200.
Yeah, you got a 1,000%.
That's significant. That blows your whole portfolio out the water.
Yeah.
So that means for the amount of the price of admission, it's worth coming on in the club.
It's worth a look strong.
You got to get on board. That's all we're saying. Not put your life savings, not go into a particular stock, but sprinkle here, sprinkle there, sprinkle there. You can't be the lucky winner.
Well, you know, they got that, what was the name of the app? I can't remember the name exactly right now, but it's the one that anytime you spend money on it, it wants to round it off to the nearest dollar.
Okay.
And the whole point of that app was that it would take the round off and put it into a savings account, so basically it helped you save.
Okay.
Well, a lot of banks do that, and Acorn too.
Right, but we're telling people, look, that same leftover money, you know how many actual Shiba Inus you can buy? Even if you had 28 cents left over, you could use that 28 cents and go buy a couple Shiba Inus. So it doesn't even...
you get thousands of it.
And it doesn't even have to be money that's actually bothering you. It's money that you would have forgotten all about.
It's the stuff you walk over when you're walking up the
street. And that's the thing that we're telling people, knowledge, no knowledge, some knowledge. One thing for sure, crypto is here to stay. It's either you in or you're not.
It's like taxes. Huh?
That's right. That's right. So me and my member partners, a few of us, we decided, shout out to Dante, and we want to march to 200 million coins.
200 million coins.
So 200 million coins, to get there will bring back this exorbitant amount of money.
He just love to be about $1 million coins for $10.
Just so y'all know, we are Pivot Point Investors.
Right.
So we gonna give you a lot of tips. This man's still looking for that one super holy grail.
Hey man,
I need a lifetime worth of those grails. I'm not taking just one of them. I want them all. So but there's definitely more room to grow. Shiba Inu will be one. Like I told him, I still stand by it. Dogecoin is dead. I don't care. Now, going forward, there will be other coins. We're still loving Cardano.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though right now it's a little bit stalled right now, I'm personally waiting to see its application used. And that's the big thing about all of these. We need to look at application use. If you hear any of these guys are about to be used by any company for any reason, that is a bump up.
But the trick on this, because we have to understand a lot of these are meme coins at the same time. And so there's popular people jumping on them, especially in the Reddit groups and outside of that, saying, hey, it's the new hot chick at the dance.
That's right.
They've done that with Shiba. We'll see the name of that star that jumped on the Shiba bandwagon.
Okay.
Made the numbers just escalate just by him. He did an Elon Musk move on that. So we'll put that up and let you see it. But that's the thing. You got to track it for trends, track it for popular applications, and just ride this whole train. But be on board. Don't be on the sideline when that ship goes out.
Yeah, this is not a time to be scared. Fear will get you left behind, and you'll be like, I wish I had a...
Yeah, because scared money don't make no money. And we want to help you get more money, more money, more money here at Pivot Point Investors.
That's right.
So stay with the money, stay with the investment. don't be afraid.
That's
Can't
right.
do it.
That's right.
So we're not saying throw a bunch of money into it, but you know, my friend in London likes to say, put your hand in pies. Put your hand in pies. So we want you in a few pies, so that when the tides go up, your boat will rise also.
That's right.
You feeling that?
I
Feeling
am.
that?
I
So
am.
we did a little something on Bitcoin. We
Yeah.
understand that they put that big stamp on it.
Yeah.
Big stamp from the who? Who's big brother?
SEC.
SEC, Security and who?
Exchange Commission.
And they said we're gonna allow them to do what?
Trade ETFs.
All right, so that's say coming to the family. You're no
Based
longer
off
the
of
step cousin.
Bitcoin
You can
futures.
eat at the table, they
Crazy.
told them.
That's right.
And so other coins may follow. So it's time to look at it. And we're talking about Ethereum. They still, the cousins still making that ride.
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
yeah,
Still
yeah.
doing that thing. And Shiba baby.
Oh man, that's the one, man.
He's still doing a little something.
Yeah, yeah.
He's trying to buy
I'm
200
enjoying
million
the
of them.
dance with it.
That's
The-
right.
the
That's
dance,
right. That's
the
right.
dance.
He's doing the slow drag.
That's
now.
right,
Before
that's
we
right.
start doing the salsa, we don't know what might happen.
That's right.
I'm
That's
feeling
right.
it. I'm
That's
feeling
right.
it. Okay, y'all good with that?
Man, I'm good. I just gotta say shout out to my Atlanta Braves.
Hey.
They doing some incredible stuff.
Braves working.
They out in LA right now.
their
They
thing.
beat up on the Dodgers. Sorry to our LA members.
Yep,
I
yep.
still love you. Boom, loves you. But
Yep.
hey, I love the Braves.
Hey, as of today, they're up 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1,
Oh,
man. We
beautiful
might be
game
going
last
to
night.
the world.
Go to the big day.
Series.
Hey, but we got to handle the
That's
business.
right. That's right.
Business
Can't get
first.
too excited.
We gonna
Can't
fight.
get too excited.
We might do a little event for one of the
Yeah,
games.
we
We might
need
do
to,
that.
yeah.
Just bring it on down
Yeah, let's do
to
it.
Peachtree
We
Street.
can even stream it live. Go live
Might
with
do
them,
a
man.
little
You
something.
know,
Might do a
so,
little
hey,
something.
hey.
We with that. We
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
But hey, follow the money. We
That's
following the Braves, but they getting the money.
That's
so we
right,
go
yeah.
follow where it's going.
That's right.
Because if they win, they bring it back to the city.
That's right, that's
Bring it
right.
back to the city.
That's
You all
right.
right with that?
Yeah.
All right. You gonna be out there throwing streamers and all that? Hey.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. Hey, but I know this guy may not. But right now, we want all of you to make sure, are you subscribing? Have you subscribed? And I'm telling you, just like we're out in LA and we're out there doing our thing, we want you to share it with a friend. Because you're talking to your people. They're in LA, they're in New York, they're in Chicago, they're in Miami. And they're saying, oh, Pivot Point, I mess with them. So I'm going to share it with a friend.
I was just watching you
Huh?
guys.
So you're saying that all this good information, all these people are interested in cryptocurrencies, real estate market, stocks, you say they shouldn't share that information with a
I
friend?
said be successful and shine.
Oh, man.
Hey, members, does anybody have any ideas on how we can get this
How
guy
to get this guy to come to the party
Yeah.
and share with
Yeah,
others?
like, hey, put a comment down below, man.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
guy
Hey,
is.
hey, share it with a friend. Put your
Yes.
comment, said, I did my part. J-Tech, get on board.
That's right.
Okay,
J-Tech,
I did my
get
part.
on board. I
J-Tech,
like that.
get on board.
I like that.
Share
I like
it with
that.
a friend.
Yes.
Share it with a friend.
Yes.
Share it with a friend.
It sounds
Share
like a
it
nightmare
with a
movie you're trying to
friend.
get.
Oh my God.
This guy.
I'm gonna bring a t-shirt, a Pivot Point t-shirt that says share it with a friend, and he's gonna have to wear it.
There
man.
you go.
Come on.
Hey,
I'm gonna wear it upside down.
Oh my gosh.
hey, we got work to do on this side. You got work to do on that side.
Yes.
Either way, follow the money. Go Braves. Share
Yes.
Pivot Point Investors with a friend.
That's right.
Y'all good with that?
Good, good.
Okay, we're gonna run up out of here. My name is AC Cash, and this is
Jada Technician.
and this is
JD.
here on behalf of Pivot Point Investors, where we want you to share it with a friend. You know, get that information and share it with a friend, and he'll get his t-shirt. We'll keep rocking and rolling. Shiba will do its thing.
That's right.
Keep watching Bitcoin, Ethereum, that second cousin coming along. We're not forgetting about Cardano. We're rocking crypto. We're not afraid.
That's
We're
right.
putting our fingers in pies, and we're making more money.
That's
okay?
right.
And we want you to do that too. Pivot Point Investors, we're out of here. Take care.